Alright, so please grab a pen and paper or marker or paintbrush, I don't know, but please write these 6 tips down to Urban Evasion. Alright, and I just hate the flack that it gets in this community that you must be a bot, you must be brand new because you're using Urban Evasion, but people just don't know what they're doing in their chases. You just don't understand how powerful this perk can really be if you understand how to mind game, etc. Alright, so just please write this down if you can. Alright, so number 1. I just like using it just in case if I'm going against a Billy that just like to come out of nowhere and he know he cannot guard me this match. You saw I just cooked him, right? I mean, I'm ready to eat. No, let me stop. But like, I hate getting caught off guard against a Huntress or a Billy, and like I'm looking to see where they're coming from, but then I'm just standing there like a sitting duck, and they just come out of nowhere and just chainsaw me, or Huntress just hit me in the head, or you know her bust of a hitbox hatchet. Where Urban Evasion, at least I can kind of duck around. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, killer's likely gonna be 1000% running Lethal Pursuit. Like that's what they love to act like. That's not their favorite perk in the game, but they love running that. At least it's one of them, right? But I just think that you should be just more aware. Kind of like right now, right? You see how I'm kind of crouched a little bit because I didn't know it was a bubble I was going against, right? I'm crouched, and as you see, I use my Urban Evasion to get around that rock a little bit faster. I think I got caught by that invisible wall tree with his chainsaw for some reason, but I was able to use my speed to get distance with that. As you see, I'm crouched a bit around David, trying to get. He's about to be chased by this bubble, and I'm trying to finish that gen really fast, right? And as you see, I'm giving up no scratch marks. Mind you, I'm not injured, so I think if you want to run Urban Evasion with Iron Will, you can do that too. I mean, knock yourself out, right? But not too hard. So as you see, right, I'm still crouched a little bit. I'm still crouched. See how fast I'm moving? Now, that's faster than Fixate, because Fixate is only like 20% movement speed, but obviously that's you standing up a bit, right? You know, when you're crouched, you don't give up any scratch marks. You can pretty much just mind game. Like, as you see right here, I tried to kind of crouch, but one, he was already catching up to me. Two, you see that dip in that rock? It's not going to save you from everything, so just keep that in mind. It's really helpful against high walls. That's a tip number 2, or at least benefit number 2, I should say. It helps you around high rock walls as much as you can. Now, obviously, I just got caught right here because there's nothing else. I tried to like use the FOV tech. And that's number 3 too. Let me talk about FOV that you can do. So you know, right, obviously for people who have a lot of hours into the game, they know that killer have a wider and closer FOV than Survivor. The only killer that shares the same FOV as Survivor is Chucky, right? Is that like, that's why like you can see somebody like vault back into the window after a killer's vault a pallet. I'm not vault a pallet, vault a window and stuff like that. You'll see a Survivor who's experiencing confident that they'll vault right back into the killer, and the killer won't even see them, right? I mean, unless they got bam, then it's just like damn. But my biggest thing is that like understanding when to use this, right? And you see I'm kind of getting around this rock with my Steven, you know. Now mind you, I'm just trying to hide from him right now. I kind of wait a little bit too long. I kind of got around this rock, as you can see, right? I'm trying to mind game it a bit. And at least the thing, don't get too greedy, man. Don't get too greedy. Be careful just pre-dropping like what I just did. He respected it. Sometimes they respect, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't respect their parents. So it's like I can't expect them to respect the palette, right? So, but he respect that palette, and then I end up having to just keep running. But even in this very match, I was able to mind game a bit. I was able to try. I mean, I had to get over this palette real fast, right? But it's just like, yeah, it's like, don't be too greedy in Chase 2, by the way. I want to try to understand this. Like, sometimes you might have to just throw a pallet, especially if it's like a safe one like this jungle gym where he had no choice but to follow this, by the way. And then I had to vault right back into it because he had me messed up a little bit. But like, yeah, you kind of go back around. There's nothing wrong with this. Even if I have almost 7,000 hours, like I would use this perk all day, right? So number 4, it also hides the scratch marks. Like I said, if you are running across the map, even if you are a stealth survivor or not, maybe you're trying to get flashlight saves, maybe you're just trying not to get caught by the killer. People got to understand that killer go off sight and audio, right? So that means they go off scratch marks that leads them to where survivors are. That's why, you know, using lightweight is pretty good, as I vault right back into them for some reason. Lightweight is a very good perk too, by the way. I will tell you that. It pretty much shows your scratch marks. It's sporadic, and it's like 3 seconds less or something like that. So it really helps stop killer from seeing you. And if you make a lot of noise, killer can pretty much see where you are. So as you see, I'm going against his Legion, right? So I'm using my check spots to kind of wait to see where he was at, but he kind of caught me a little bit right there. But me being crouched, me ducking, I was able to do that with no problem. I had to drop that pallet just to kind of get some distance because, you know, he was kind of being weird a little bit. And as you see right here, this is my favorite part of this video. Now he hit that part, right? Now you see I'm using fixated too, right? Now watch this. I'm walking. I'm slowing down his bloodlust. I'm slowing down his bloodlust. Slowing down, then I had to drop it just in case, right? Because I don't know how long he was gonna like keep walking or try to swing, right? As you see, I'm crouched. I'm looking through to see if I can see his red stain, see if he's gonna walk back. That's how you pretty much do it. Also too, I'm just gonna get into like number 5. You can pretty much recover faster from the exhaust. When you're using sprint burst, or you're using balanced landing, if you pair this with vigil at that, let's say you had fixated or you had urban evasion, outside of just having where people are looking at you like you're a bot, or like they're mad at you that I'm a P100 but I'm using urban evasion, look like I'm a newer player, I'm a bot, is that I can recover from my exhaust so much fast, especially with vigil, because vigil you recover 30% faster from the exhaust, from the oblivious effect, exposed effect, etc. So it's not even just for exhaust, it's for like the whole thing. Again, these are perks that every perk that I'm telling you is not even meta on any level, but I promise you these perks help a whole lot. And at the end of the day, like I say, slow down the bloodlust. I mean, at the end of the day, if you know how to walk, if you can stun the killer, if you can lose sight of the killer for a little bit, it kind of slows down the bloodlust, which means you can last longer in chase. So those are like the 6. I know it's kind of sporadic and stuff like that, but I want people to try urban evasion. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid for people to look at you like you are a bot or whatever. You probably are a bot. I don't know you like that in real life. But let me know what you think about urban evasion. Would you use it? Would you try to use it to your advantage? Or what build would you use? Have a blessed day and peace.